Hello everyone, so we're looking at the G.I Joe Classified series, number 99, the Cobra HISS driver. This is the Cobra HISS driver that came with the haslab HISS tank, and like I said in the last video, I will be doing one of these for each of the individual HISS tank exclusive figures. And starting up here, number 99, which is the HISS driver, the one that would have come mandatory no matter what tiers had or had not been met. This one would have come with it no matter what. And I'm very glad to have this guy, because if you don't have this guy with this tank, you're kind of missing out. Like, you can have other people drive it, but this is the original toy, the original guy that came with this tank itself back in 1982 or 83. Came in 83, my bad. They came in 83. So it feels good to have this guy on the side here. Oops, something fell. On the side here, Cobra HISS 788 Mark 1 GH7C on the front. Beautiful art of the Cobra HISS driver. I wish this is how the windowless packaging looked the whole time. I love this, the beautiful artwork, the nice logos here, very minimalist Cobra HISS driver. I'm usually not big on minimalist stuff, but this really does a number for me. G.I Joe Classification on the top, Cobra HISS. On the side here, all the little details that mean stuff, you know, tanks and bullets and weights and cities. Cobra HISS, Cobra High Speed Sentry driver. On the back here, very cool black and red layout, showing all the accessories, the figure, the guns, and the two little pistols. So yeah, let's see here. On side here, really nothing important, just some legalese. On the bottom, Semper Fidelis Serpens, which is forever faithful to the snake, give or take. So yeah, let's look. So here's his tank driver out of the packaging, and I unfortunately have some kind of big issues with this figure. Looking at it, it's perfect. It is perfect visually. Everything you would have wanted from the HISS tank driver, modernized slightly for the classified line. This is effectively the exact same from the original toy line to a T. It's just a upscale version of it. If I had an original one, I would have it here for comparison. I don't. There'll be a picture. But it is so good. So well done. Really, really great. However, mine came with some quality control issues, which you can't go and just be like, message Hasbro, hey, can you fix this? Because it was an exclusive, and it happened years ago now. So unfortunately, my guy, if I just grab him real quick, has real super wibbly wobbly, real loosey-goosey legs that just wibble around super well, and he does not like to stand on his own. And if anyone has any tips on how to fix that, if there is even a way to do that, because they just droop so easy, I would really appreciate any input on how to deal with that. But moving this out of the way so we can get a closer look at the driver here. Again, design-wise, perfect, absolutely perfect. I love this specific color of red. I don't know how well it's being picked up on camera, but it's almost like there's a hint of pink here. It's like a hot red, and I really like that. It reminds me of Hot Rod from Transformers. I think it's a really, really good shade of red. The blue contrasting is super, super nice with the silver Cobra logo and the black outlines. Everything works really, really good here. Pinless on both joints, so it looks super fresh. It's not going to be outdated anytime soon with pinned joints or anything. The helmet look is so cool. It's such a neat look, like this sort of double reflective visor, like the horn on the middle of his head, the mask. Everything works super, super well. I like the overlay piece here. It is an overlay piece in the chest. It's probably some older figure being used to the torso, but I don't know which one exactly. The black gloves here. Unfortunately, you can see the red on that side, but that's because the red on the inside was not painted, which is smart, because if it was painted, then it would have chipped. So it was smart to mold it in red with the black paint. I just wish that this could have been molded in black. But then you'd also have the issue of it would look weird on the inside. So you gotta pick your battles. You know, you gotta decide what's best for the figure. And I think they made the right choice there. On this arm here, hides it very well because he has a gauntlet piece here, which is just a very cool. Looks like a video game controller, which is removable, which you'll see later, which is very cool for taking shots, taking pictures of him working on that, maybe in the HISS tank itself. Maybe it's like a secondary utility device there. Holster for the pistol, which we'll look at shortly. A bunch of pouches, belts, everything goes around the side here. Pouch on the butt there, which is nice. The very, very, very tall thigh-high boots here, black armored boots, which is just a very unique look. A very, very unique look, I gotta say. I like it, though. I like the look. I think it's good. As for articulation, can look up, down, like that. Not very well because just the head is just designed to do that way. Ball joint on both of them there. Butterfly joints work very, very nicely, which is good because in the car you're going to need to do that. Swivel at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep. A little tight around some of the joints, but I prefer it to be tighter than looser. Swivel here at the bicep. Double jointed pinless arms, which again, like I said, a little tight in certain spots, but wiggle them enough you get it to move. Can do that like so. Arm go down. This hand is on a, let me see, this hand is on a up and down hinge like this. And, that side. This one is on up and down like this. So, each one's different for each hand. Drop down hips, of course, like I said, because this thing's real loose. Ab crunch can go that far forward because this overlay is softer plastic, which means you get a lot of motion. Can go that far back. Side to side here. Get ball joint here at the waist. If anyone has any clues on how to work on that, please let me know. I would love to figure out how to make this a little less loose. Jumping hips, like I said. Swivel here at the upper thigh. Double jointed pinless knees, like so. Not far. Swivel here at the ankle, which is actually a separation from the ankle part itself. Drop down foot here, and a right there. So there's a lot of motion there for the figure, which is very nice. Again, I don't think, even if it had a lot of crazy articulation, I'd use it, because I'll be honest, he's probably just going to sit in the car the whole time. He's going to sit in the driver's seat of the HISS tank the whole time. As for accessories, though, he has, as you can see here, these grabby, shooty hands, and a set of punchy hands, which are crazy big. He's got some meat muscles right here, some big like gauntlets. These are some pounding gauntlets, and they look cool. Just to swivel from side to side. You can't, there's no hinge here, so once you get them in there, they are static. But I'm not gonna complain. Those are really cool. Didn't even need to be included, honestly, because I doubt I'd ever use them. But man, they look dope, don't they? He does, of course, come with his rifle, which is a science fiction nonsense bullcrap rifle. This is not a real thing at all. It looks kind of like a Vector, a little bit, but bayonet. The barrel's up here, yet the magazine is down here. The trigger's all the way back here. This stock is so small and tiny. It's like an SMG. Also, unfortunate, soft gummy plastic, because this is an older figure, so it is very warped. That is just, unfortunately, a nature of the beast of these older figures. Trigger guard, everything. It's a cool design, but it is completely nonsensical as a weapon. As is his sidearm here, which is a little less nonsensical, but is still kind of goofy. It is a pistol of some sort, maybe some sort of Glock or SIG, just based on the design of it here. All molded in solid black. There's a peg here on the front here, as well as on the last one, so you can put a blast effect in there if you want. I don't think I would be, though. Looks cool, and it slides. Ooh, I almost dropped it. I almost dropped it off the map. Into his little side holster right here, which is very nice. This is also removable if you want the side holster, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that at any point. So yeah, those are the accessories that come with the HISS tank driver. Why don't you focus in? As for size comparison, we're going to compare him next to some various Cobra troopers, starting off here with the Crimson Guard, the generic Cobra infantryman, sliding there very nice, a Cobra bat, and would they be complete without their commander? So, very cool. Blends in very nicely with your Cobra infantryman, where he will fit in perfect. Just fit in perfectly with any of the Cobra figures. Just a perfect fit. I love that guy. I think he's great. Before we wrap up, I want to bring in my next two reviews, which is the Cobra Tactician, or a Tactician, which one it is, I can't remember. And you can see it right down there, the Cobra Gunner, because my hands are full. So yeah, that is these two. I can't wait to get reviews out for both of these guys. I like one a lot. I like one of these a lot. You can guess which one, but I like one of these guys a lot, and I can't wait to talk about it. So yeah, that is the size comparison for him and the rest of his buddies that come with the line. I'm not showing off Cobra Commander because he's in a box, so it wouldn't be fair. If you want me to review it, let me know. I probably will at some point, maybe. Also, I know he's the HISS tank driver, obviously, but I want to compare him next to another vehicle. So here he is next to the Vamp, which is a big old hunk of meat. Yeah, so there he is next to the Vamp. So yes, there's the Cobra HISS driver. Very cool, very glad I have him. Again, some QC issues, which are a shame, obviously, but it's not something that can really be fixed. It's just, I'm going to put him in the car, I'm going to put him in the HISS tank cockpit, and that's probably where he'll stay, even regardless if I didn't have, if he didn't have these problems, he would still be sitting in the friggin' front the most. So, yeah. There is the HISS driver. Tomorrow, hopefully, if I time this right, the HISS Tactician will be up next, and then after that, the HISS Gunner. I want to get all these guys out a day in a row. So if it's up right, good. Glad I did it right. If it's not, well, Live and you learn. I'll see you next time. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Everything needs to get done for me. You can do the videos that I have to make. Join the Discord server down below, and I'll see you next time. Yo, Joe.